Hello, welcome back to part 5. We are now flying. We left you last time in a wonderful place. We just placed down 2 more rides, tested them. Did we open them? Can't remember. Well, anyway, I have now built up around them. We have got people flying in from all over the place. The money is climbing, everything is going up nicely. We're going to show you exactly what's going on. All I've got to say is sit back, enjoy the ride, quite literally, excuse the pun, and let's have a look at what we've done. So, as we know, this bit is flying. There are a few things I have noticed since being off last. First is the size of this queue. People must be getting annoyed. Let's have a look at what are they saying. Hold on. Oh, here we go. That's what we want. We want them. Energy and thirst. They're not really. What are they saying? Can we see? Oh yeah, there we go. What a beautiful day. I'm getting really excited. Nothing really negative. So, is there a guest experience? So there's a red there. Let's see why there's a red and what the problem is. So we can actually, let's go there. That one there. Oof, quite a lot of things. It's that because they're waiting so long in that queue, I think. Let's have a zoom out. Just have a look round. There's some more there. It says they're happy. It doesn't say they're sad about anything. It says they're but negative mood at the moment. Guess tolerance. Nothing to see there. Staff morale. Reasonable. Yeah, okay. There's our electricity. We know about that. That's where our profit is. Red is not good. Okay, so if we click on beep 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 boo, what to do? Oh, you're not going to make anything on some of them buildings because they haven't got any shops in. Some of them are the toilet and things like that. That's our scenery. So that shows us where we need really to build up. And the condition, blue. It's all good. Okay, so let me show you what we have done. Look at this. We have a beautiful, covered in moss roller coaster where, remember the tunnel we had coming off here, now bends round into this path. That is hooked up to electricity. That's why we got that staff pass. There's our queue all the way up to this one here. Obviously, at the moment, there's not a lot of people down here. Simply because it's so far away from everything, and I've only just opened it. So hopefully people will start flying. You can see there's more people coming. I've got no benches down around here yet. No food, no drink, so we need to address that. But here's my other one. Remember the little mouse ride I put down? That I've sort of extended from the rock area. Looking really good. Loving it. 2,000 people went on that yesterday. And this one obviously is probably going to say no, yeah, 0. 310 so far though. Don't forget we can do that. So we can look at all different things, but look at all this now. So with this one here, I did try to flood it out a bit, but it just kept going over the path, so I left that. Thought actually it looked quite good, being quite desolate and empty. However, one thing that we will need to do, if we click on that, is if we have a look at our scenery rating, it's only 1%. That is not going to drive people to it. So we need to sort that out today. We have, this is beautiful. I'd like to touch up a few scenery bits on a few of the rides. They're not quite as high, like this one here is only at 50%, so we could touch some things in there. We're definitely going to need to do there's no scenery, I'd imagine. 7%, so we need some trees and some bits and bobs, but this is pretty awesome. One of the things I did try to do was build the hill up and have this going through the hill. Haven't quite worked out how to do that, but we will do it later. I have put some water down. It's pretty decent, I think. But it just, the whole thing is just looking decent, I think is the word. Let's have a look at what happens if we just grab a hold of that there. I want to make that a bit smaller. We can always get rid of this, but I'd like to see... Yeah, that bit needs to go back there like that, but we can just build. Just want to take this up a bit. And the bit I was using was in the paint. Where was it? Is it in the last page? Yeah, moss. And I just squidged over the whole area in that, which I think looks really, really nice. So real nice greeny lush, but a bit different to the plain old grass. So very, very happy with that. I'm just going to give that once over just to make sure we've got all of that. Looks good, doesn't it? I'm just making sure I've got all them little bits, bit up the rock there to make it look like it's coming off of that. I think that looks good. I think we could probably do a bit there as well. I think that looks pretty decent. Does it? No, who am I trying to kid? Let's get rid of that bit. And that last little bit. So yeah, I think we are in a good place. And I would also like to start and maybe have a look at the water park, because that's the exciting bit, isn't it, for Planet Coaster 2? But at the moment, you can see 197,000. Let's have a look and see what the park is. $84 a ticket. So what we're going to do, let's tidy it all up a little bit first, because I know you love a fast forward moment. So I'm going to do that, and then I'll be straight back. Keep an eye. Hey, I'm going to jump in here. You can tell, different shirt to the rest of the video that you're going to see split either side. There's a good reason for that. I'm actually editing this the next day, adding the last of the video for this one today. And what I realise is there's a load of fast forwarding. And to be honest, I don't care. I love a fast forward. Anyway, I just thought I'd drop this in here just to break it up a little bit. Just because I know you probably want to see me bigger on the screen because I'm so beautiful. And hopefully this has done what it was meant to do and just put you off the stroke that all I've been doing is fast forwarding. There is more to come where it's not fast forwarding. I do promise you that. But love you. Stay with me. Right, I'm just jumping on just to let you know of a few problems I've had. I updated my graphics drivers and I've had nothing but trouble on all my games. Some games I've got terrain tearing, screen flickering on certain assets and things like that. But my biggest problem was in Planet Coaster 2. It just kept crashing and it kept sending me to an AMD page saying report the problem. And I thought, well, if it's an AMD problem all the time, it's got to be something in the graphics settings. So I have been playing around and the only setting I could find that seems to work is this one. Global illumination was set to, I think, high, one of them anyway, and I just turned it off and it seems to have worked. So what we're going to do, we're going to jump in with that and hope that that sorted it. Only problem is I've lost so much recording stuff when it crashed. Stupidly recorded in the wrong format, so it didn't save a backup, so I lost everything. My OBS has been being a bit of a idiot as well, being a right dickhead, and that's been crashing. So I think I've stabilized everything now and we're back, but at least I get to show you what I have done off the camera and you don't have to sit through any more fast forwarding for a while, so that's a bonus. So let's get into it and have a look. So here we are back again, and loads has happened since the last time you saw it, which is a real shame that I lost it all. But hey, like I said, at least you don't have to watch me do any of the stupid stuff. So we've put some scenery in amongst this, flowered it up a bit, some rocks. But what I have noticed, if you click on it, the scenery rating is only 19. So we do know from past experience that coming in here actually doesn't give us a great deal. I thought it told us somewhere. Yeah, so it only gives us 48 scenery score on something like a flower, a 736 though on that. But we've got loads of white bits. So what we need to do, we need to go back into, let's get out of that. We need to go into our blueprints and find something that we like. Now, these things normally give us a bit more than, like, say, a rock or something like that. So we could, I mean, we could play around and, you know, we could do some funky bits. But, well, I mean, what's that? That's a... Oh my word, what's that? We'll keep that for another time. We've got resort dressing, so that is exactly what it says on the tin. But we've got resort buildings, a nature scene. Well, we could put something like that in here. So that's one of them. We've got another one there. We could just go and pop that in there like that. We've got, what else have we got? We've got, oh, one with, I mean, what has that done so far by doing that? 19, if we fast forward it. You can see that it's gone blue there. We need something in here, up here. So that you really do have to really focus. I mean, it's gone up to 20 now, but we're going to, let's grab a piece of scenery. And it should show us if you place it what it's going to do, but that doesn't seem to want to. I quite like that. First, I don't know why, but I could probably save that for later. What else have we got? What is that? I mean, we could pop something like that up there. Yeah, that's all good. And maybe have one the other side as well. What's that done to it now? We click on it now. It's 25%. But we can really see where the work needs doing. So we need some bits and bobs still down there. Maybe we will grab some more rocks. A bit of that. Why? What more can you do to it? All right, we'll leave it at that. We'll leave it at that for now. Right. Anyway, so that's that looked at. Everything's looking hunky-dory around here, like we've seen before. All of these bits and bobs. The fair looks ace. I know what you're all looking at. That train. I'm going to show you that now because it is brilliant. Everything else is pretty much the same. Now, I don't know if you remember I think it was part 2, we started looking at transport rides. And the transport rides needed a whole loop. So what I done, I started here, because if you remember, I created this space, put some solar panel power in. That's all hooked up, working. We've got a queue that comes round, which I didn't know you could do. So there's an exit queue, but actually they walk up that way as well. The train comes to here, goes all the way around, all the way down to this first station. You've got people waiting there. They're probably going to be moaning, yeah. And then it chugs along here, comes on down to here, and then you've got another station here. And that then chugs. Now, obviously, this is going to all change, especially when we get our water park and other features in. What we can do is if we click on that, we'll jump on board. Where were we? So let's go on this one. We will fast forward it a bit. Don't think I need 3 trains at the moment. I think I've got 3 trains with 3 carriages each, and they seem to be getting held up on each other at the station. Here comes that cup of tea again. So we're at the station. We are waiting. Let's have a look. Let's fast forward. Obviously, there are people getting on. We're going to have a look. Let's follow that one back round. So it was that first one. If you can have a look, that second train's right up his ass. That to me, I mean, there's people getting off, people getting on. And yeah, it does. But what happens, see, that's full. This one seems to be really busy because it's probably the busiest place in the park. It's right near the entrance. That goes again. So that's two trains. Whop, off they get, unloading. But then it takes a while. Here we go. One, two trains. So there's two. Whereas the third one now is coming. Oh, saying that, it does seem to. I wonder if there's a way that we can make it so that the trains all leave at the same time. Flow minimum weight 60, max weight minimum interval. Don't block station on. On station 1, same with that one. Don't block station. Don't block station. Does that do the job? Let's have a look now. This is what happens when. Do you know what? Because what's happening, I can see what's happening now, is it's coming in. If it knows there's another one behind, or even if there's not, it quick, and then it's gone. That could actually work. That could start to. So that might just travel straight through with no one waiting. Oh, there's people getting up. There you go. So it's not hanging around. Oh, he's fixing it. Right. Let's drop that back down in there and let's have a look. See, this is all new to me. I've only just popped this in. So that one there is the only one we need to. That's 35. So I think actually we can do that on this one. So if because there's so many people waiting at this one, it should be pretty reasonable on the let go time anyway. There we go. They should start to. Yeah, I think that's pretty good. So they won't wait. It doesn't hang around at that station, but I don't mind it hanging around here because there's usually quite a lot. So there we are, and that's where we're to anyway at the moment. Obviously, the one things we were going to look at, if you remember, was these paths. I tried to sort one, but that was the best I could do. It's nearly like I've missed a trick somewhere, isn't it? And it would take, I think, quite a bit of sorting. I think as we get more people in the park as well, hopefully the queues will become a little bit. Oh my God, look at the queue on this. Where is our closest? Oh, we've got a toilet in here. Wow, look at the people using this in here now. Yeah, we like a bit of this. Yeah, all right. And the weather and season. So it's 21 degrees. So yeah, we're probably not going to be wanting umbrellas and sun cream lotion, but hey, there's people sat at the benches. That's cool. Okay, I'm happy with everything. I mean, let's get some more stuff going. So, what do you want to see? I've flattened a lot of this out up here, as you can see at the moment as well, because I thought, why don't we put another area up here before we do our water park? We're getting it ready. Oh my word. It's an area. Let's have a look. What do we think? Could this work? It's a massive area. It's going to be the best water park ever. Fucking sandy balls. Look at that. Loads of sand. Right. Let's have a fucking butcher's. Let's get rid of all this shit over here. Boom. Boom. I want to take this all the way back. So we know it's right the way back to where we need. There we go. There it is. So there's our back corner. Oh my word, that comes along quite a bit more though. Push all that back. That's lovely, lovely. That'll do for now. But actually, we'll just make sure it's nice and flat in there. What about we have an area here around a massive lake? So we could have a lake, and then we could even put the rides on the lake. That would be pretty impressive, wouldn't it? Let's have a fucking think. So let's start. Doesn't need to be super deep, does it? If we sort of take that, and we don't want it being too symmetrical, I don't think. There we are. Wunderbar. We've got a fucking another waterfall. Right. I want to put some fucking lights. Ooh. I think that looks pretty fucking decent. Right, our waterfall is looking good. We could put a ride here. On the back of here, we could put ride in. I do quite like the idea of having all our ride, like a load of stuff in here. But how are we going to do it? Right, so I'm dropping in here. Big screen, beautiful face, you know it. Basically, just to let you know that I've been trying to work out how to get coasters to integrate into the land. So you make tunnels, basically you don't have to piss around digging it out yourself. And I finally worked out how to do it. However, it's taken ages. So rather than just have a video with nothing and just fast forward, I've gone ahead, I've done a few bits and come back to it how we are. Now, I could have left it and gone, do you know what? That'll be another part, but I thought I'm tack it onto the end of this one and we'll go through it and we'll have a look and we'll see what we've done. Thank you for sticking with me. Have a watch of this. Okay, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, we have done something with our lake. Come and have a look. So, we have eventually managed, I know I've been saying I've wanted to be able to get coasters to go into rocks and create these tunnels. I am going to show you how I did that in a moment because I will be doing another coaster like that. But it is superb. So I've dropped in this this awesome looking water ride, if you like. Log flume, that's right, yeah. We got our waterfall still, we got our lights all along the bottom. It goes in there. I'm going to do that up a bit more in a minute. But then this path looked really long and really boring. So what I did, I got rid of all the water, raised it up all the way along here, put this path in along, and then just covered it with foliage, if you like. But what I didn't realise you could do, if you click on camera down the bottom, you can click on first person camera and then click somewhere like there. So that is us in first person. Look, it won't let us go any further. So we are basically now a person on here. So we can walk up there. This is where we go, see the bins, you know, be puking, you know, whatever you want to do. All the way along here. Look at all that foliage. It's great, isn't it? And then we can go down here. Get to the gate. Well, I like this. Click on it. We can ride this sucker. Here we go. I'm going to press fast forward just to give us a bit of... so you can see when we go through the rocks. But up we go. All right. Gonna come right the way through. Come on, fast forward. Woo, yay! And then around the corner, and if I remember rightly, if we play it from here, I'll sit back and have a vape. Watch this through the rocks. This is ace. Hey, look at that. How cool is that? The only thing I don't like, and I hope you see the same as me too, is inside... Ooh. I don't like that being cut. I'd rather that was rock in there, so I'm going to see if I can do that. So there we go. So anyway, we've done that bit. I've also added in this cool waterfall, which I did not make myself. I got off of from in here, from the Frontier Workshop again, and also this one from the Frontier Workshop as well. Just makes it look really nice. I want to put another roller coaster in now, sort of this area, so that you can see exactly what I was on about. So I'm going to show you how it's done, but probably not going to keep it like it. So I've placed the coaster down on that flat surface, and then all you do is you get your terrain portal and you go up around it, and it now does that. However, there was something I had to do to enable that to work, and that is the next thing I'll show you. To be able to build over the top of your rides, because you've got to put your ride down first and then you build up over the top of it. You can't build up first and then pop a ride through. There is a way of doing that. Can't work it out for the life of me. I've looked online and everything. No one seems to be able to give me a definitive answer. So this is the way I've found out to do it. Drop into this, into your settings, go up to the top and click on Construction Collision Settings, which is at the top. Now in here you have all your different rules for how things collide with the world. So what I've done, I've turned on scenery collision. It says if enabled, scenery will not be placeable intersecting with rides or objects. So I'd imagine what that means is if you put it near a ride, it just will not let you put it in there. So it'll build it around it. So that's why I've done the same with coaster. Coaster tracks will not be placeable intersecting with any objects or ride. So if you place it and then build up around it, it's not going to allow that to happen. And terrain collision. So by default, coaster tracks and flume components can tunnel through the terrain, but I just didn't find that with the right settings. It says flat ride placement that would intersect with the terrain is also prevented. So if disabled, coasters, flat rides, flumes and scenery can all intersect with the terrain. Path and pool construction is unaffected. So I think I've got it right anyway. So we'll come back out of that and let's get back into the game. And I am going to have a go at building my own. So let's go for in there, isn't it? Create a custom coaster. Right on. So let's have a look here. This is where we're at the moment. Here is my roller coaster that I've made. It's not bad. Using the tips and the tricks that we were talking about just a moment ago, should all be good. Let's give it a ride, shall we? Ooh. Up through the rocks. Let's fast forward a bit. Along here. And we'll play it from here. Here we go. Nice. As you veer around through the rocks, brakes on, and back home. So it's a basic one to start with, but I've built it in like I said I was going to. Doesn't get in the way. Maybe I'll put something over here. Let's have a look. We're getting somewhere. We're getting somewhere. I'm just having a look now to see how we're doing. We have laid down benches, bins, parasols, flower beds with our flowers in. I've put lights all around everywhere. I have made this central bit with a weeping willow. I pinned 4 pieces together to make this tree bed with some arched flowers, which were also in the scenery within. Was it in the tree bit? Yep, tree bit, flowers. Let's just get rid of that there. And it was them, and I just made them a bit bigger on the scale, and then they fit in lovely. These flower pots I then selected things like this, small trees, just to make it look really good. We've got drinks, food, gift shop. We've got toilets, mechanics place, information for them sun creamers, for staff facilities over here. This path, more lights. I tell you what, it's still looking empty though, isn't it? We've got ride-wise, 1 there, 2 there, and that third one. I think we need something else. Maybe not in the water, but we definitely need something. So let's have a look. Again, it might be a case of you come back. I know I've got to bring that train round here now, so that'll come round, probably come over around the back and pull up around here. But we'll see that in a moment. Want to fill this up with a bit more scenery, but I'm trying to work out what I could pop in there, to be honest. But we will have a look. Yo. I got to apologise. Sorry for all that fast forwarding stuff, but I I've got to be honest, I think it's so worth it. There's a few things needs changing, but wow, this area now has gone from being okay to yeah, boy. I'm going to show you around. So let's jump in and have a look. So I've changed the train because we needed a train to come all the way around here. I've added another train as well, so there's now 4. I've also added the cable cars to go up to the top of this mountain, because on top of this mountain I wanted a couple of rides. So we have uno ride, dos ride, and over here some food and drink. And I've done a little picnic area here with some vending machines. The idea being, if they want to sit on it here and look out over the view, they can do. I think it's just a nice bit of aesthetics, so to speak. But I think decorating with all the trees and all the water in between the different bits here, I think has really set it off. I have learnt that by using the pebble paint, which obviously is in here, by using that pebble, you get that lovely light look under the water. And I've also learned not dig down so deep. If you dig down deep, you get this. Well, it looks deep, doesn't it? So I was thinking maybe of bringing it back up, but I think that might be a bit of a nightmare now. But we'll leave that and we'll go from there. But that is where we are to at the moment. I hope you like that. We'll pull this episode to an end. I know it's been a lot of fast forwarding and not a lot of anything else. I promise the next episode we will touch on that water park finally. Off screen, I will finish a little bit of this off, so you don't have to worry about that. You don't have to see any fast forwardings. Just look at that, the train's coming in. They shouldn't hold each other up, because I've done, if you remember rightly, that thing where it won't hold up at the station. Now you should have people. Look at this. Look at it. It's great. It's working. People are now coming down this end. I probably need some more workers, but I'll do all that offline. You'll see all that, and when we come back for the next part, it'll all be smashing. But thanks for sticking with me. That's another part in the bag. I'll see you later. Cheers!